Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
Lacy turns heads at Pro Day today. Despite the on-field performance, Lacy's legal situation looms large and could land him in jail. Sean Fazan has the latest from Baton Rouge.
A big day here in Baton Rouge for LSU draft hopefuls at LSU's Pro Day, where all 32 NFL teams were represented to get an up-close look at the Tigers' 2025 draft class. One player who did participate was wide receiver Kyren Lacy. He ran the 40-yard dash, did all the wide receiver drills, but his draft future is still very much in doubt. That's because Lacy faces charges of vehicular homicide, felony hit and run, and reckless operation of a vehicle stemming from a December car accident that took the life of a 78-year-old man. Lacy was not invited to the combine because of that arrest. Today, he returned to Baton Rouge, where he played for a couple seasons for Brian Kelly's LSU Tigers. There is no doubt he has what it takes to get to the next level, but the legal process must play itself out. That'll play a big role on whether or not he actually gets to the next level. At LSU's Pro Day in Baton Rouge, I'm Sean Fazan for Fox 8 Local First.
Man, check it. Hey, man, listen, man, make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel, man. Wake up to the sad news of Kyren Lacy. He took his life, man. Kyren Lacy was a football player, man, a wide receiver that had been chosen to be, NFL first round draft pick, and one of the ones that they was considering, man. And it's unfortunate that this has happened, man. And I cringe for his family. You know, as you could see him here, I just showed a little bit of his footage from when he was working, out and here recently, and basically showing his talents for scouts. And I mean, everybody from the Saints and everybody was looking at this kid, man. And the pressure happened because of what you just heard. He ended up driving past a situation, and he ended up, getting into an accident and fleeing the scene, not stopping, and once you leave that scene, that accident, they really go in on you, man. And they've been giving him tough time, and being a young man that was just, prominent and basically his college career at LSU, he felt like he was going to the NFL, and he threw it all away by taking his own life. Some are reporting allegedly that he, took his own life last night. And this is so unfortunate. This is very, very, it's very tough, man, to see a young man like that had so much potential, to let the stresses of life and pressure take him out. You can't come back from this, and that's the part right there. Like I said, it's very early on. Kyren Lacy was just a kid, man. To me, being an older guy, and like I said, sometimes we make some crazy mistakes as kids. I did it when I was young, and some of them we bounce back from, some we don't, man. I don't know why he left the scene. I do know that it's been something that's been on his profile ever since it happened, because this 78-year-old man life was taken. And I don't know if he got some bad news last night. I really don't know. I just know it's just very unfortunate that the stresses of life, man, if we could have just talked to him and tried to, I don't know his infrastructure or what the team was around him, but it's just tough, man, when you don't have no spiritual guidance or nobody to say, hey, man, everything gonna be all right. Hey, man, you made a mistake. We all make mistakes. This is the thing that plagues us, man, as we don't know how to deal with certain situations. And like I said, he had so much potential when you look at everything that was being said about him. You know what I mean? Mr. Lacy was just a kid, to me. Like, he was getting out of college. He was getting ready. He had great potential, but the stresses of life can take you out, man. The stresses of life, I have you bound. Everybody talking about it. The noise was loud, and it was so loud that he couldn't understand how to maneuver through the algorithm of life, and so he took his own life. As these reports show, man, I just pray and I ask God that they would, pray for his family and make sure that he's, if he have any loved ones, any kids, anybody that's close to him, man, try to support him, man. I'm sending out my condolences right now. That's why I jumped on this. Like, man, this is crazy. This guy, he was definitely going to the NFL if this hadn't happened. But like I said, I don't know who was around him that night, or if anybody was in the car with him, or if he was just by himself. Just, I talk to my kids about speeding all the time, and just tell them, man, to drive with sense, and just try to get them to understand how important it is not to make the wrong decision, because one wrong decision can change your entire life, man. And that's that's what's happening with Mr. Lacy, man, and Kyren. I mean, just a phenomenal football player. Phenomenal. But it doesn't matter, man. Once the balls start rolling and the chips fall where they may, life will grab you by the throat. And he didn't know how to deal with it. So I just, man, I'm thinking, man, like, man, he probably had a rough night trying to figure it out. Did he get given some bad news? What happened with this? It shows that when you go back to the old reports, when he had this wreck, he was driving, and as he was driving, multiple cars had collisions, and they were wanting to say that he was the one that initiated and that he left the scene of the crime. Then they had to re-arrest him, book him in, and basically now he's not at the scene of the crime. Now it becomes a manslaughter and all type of stuff, man. And like I said, when you're young like he is, you don't understand what to do in a situation like that if you have never been in that situation. A lot of people are going to criticize him because a man's life was taken. So I know, even though he ran a 4.5 in the 40 at this recent event that he was at, and basically as he ran the 4.5 in the 40, and he did his NFL, tryouts, pro day, it just pretty much, man, he still did a decent job, but that stuff had to be weighing heavy on him. Not to be invited to the combine. I just hate this, bro, because, nobody was there to guide him and say, hey, man, we need to get this straightened out. We need to get this, I don't know what caused him to run. I had a friend girl, she had hit somebody and left him on the side of the road and went home and parked the car. Once you leave the scene of that crime, it's like you disregarded somebody else that needed to have aid rendered to them. So if you're ever in an accident or something, guys, make sure you don't leave, because if you leave, and I'm talking to all these youngsters, man, that's when it becomes a serious crime. Now, if you were going to get a DWI or whatever, it still would have been a thing. If you were drinking or if you were smoking, if drugs was under influence, or you driving fast like that, then I'd rather take it in the chin. But now he's taking his own life, man, and we're going to truly miss him, man. Mr. Lacy was just a kid to me, like I just keep saying. You guys got to understand, once this stuff start coming in, man, and you start seeing it, it's tough when you see people just going through it, man. Reports are coming in that he took his own life, and this is crazy. And I ask y'all, man, to pray for his family today. I ask y'all to stay focused and strong and enjoy your day. But, man, this is very unfortunate, and this is very tough for me. Like I said, just reporting on a young man that's my kid's age, my daughter's age. My daughter's in Brown right now. And, man, I know his family going through it. But, again, it's been some pressure on him, man, trying to figure this thing out. I know it wasn't easy. And now it's done took his life. Man, guys, it's crazy. Like I said, get in the comments. Let me know what you think, man. Like I said, if you got any more reports or anything on the situation, if you're close to it, get in the comments, man. Let us know what you seeing, what you hearing, man, because, this is about to be a huge situation, man, because he had so much potential, bro. And we just needed to guide him in the right direction. He made a mistake, but now he's taking his life, and we can't do nothing about it to bring him back. God bless his family. God bless the family of the 78-year-old guy that got killed in that wreck as well. And God bless everybody that was in the accidents. And we just pray for peace and love, man. Boss Talk 101, man. Reviews.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He, the reason you see me.